Welcome everybody here for day number 2 of the Nova Scotia High Button U18 Major Hockey League season. It was the Max who picked up where they left off with an 11-1 victory last night. So they'll look to extend that winning streak to 2 as we start the season. And meanwhile, the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush on the other side will look to salvage a split here in Halifax to get started and pull back to 500. Welcome everybody, I'm Sean Crocker joining you from the Halifax Forum. Cale Campbell getting the start today for the Max. He had an 11-7-0 record last year with the Cole Harbour Hunters of the U18 League. And meanwhile, Brighton Hardy came in relief of Mason Doucette last night. Will get the start here. Played last season in the Canadian High School League where he made 8 starts. And he will look to pick up here as he makes his first start as a member of the Rush. And we are off and running underway here. So the Max will look to carry some of that momentum from last night. They had 8 different goal scorers and 13 different members finding their way onto the score sheet. They'll look to carry some more of that into the contest here today. Lots of action going on around every team in action today. That's a battle and collected by Gavin Suds, who will backhand that one ahead. The line of Haverstock, Fleming, and Uzochukwu starting up here for the Max. This line combined for several points last night. Made a massive impact and an imprint here in a checking line roll, but they found their footing offensively as Jax Guinness will pinch in here. Working that one back, here's McLeod. Liam McLeod plays that one ahead, Jax Guinness. Firing that one in behind the net. Picked up by Will Shearer, 3 assists to his name. Posted 40 last season. 23 goals and 17 assists. As that one's picked up by Creelman. Creelman for Guinness, takes a shot there. That one hits a stick. Ends up in the netting and out of play. So got her feet wet here early on in the Max with some of that downhill pressure here to start. Faceoff will come out to the right of Hardy. As Carter Odell had a goal and 2 assists himself. And a big night for that Tantalon connection. Odell, Strong both finding their way onto the score sheet. Sam Fleming as well in front, they score. Working his way in front. And the Max jump out to an early lead. Will Shearer with his first of the season. A blazing start for him. 4 goals through 2 games thus far. Just a minute 36 into this one. That one's played back here. Picked up Blake Boutlier. Turn that one over temporarily. They get it right back. Plays that one ahead here for Sullivan. Sullivan plays it up. Evan Liver gets a stick on that one. That one comes up to the line, but not out. Working that one down low. Here's McQueen. Ryan McQueen skating that one ahead. That one gets stopped up at the line. Picked up Sullivan. Can't collect it. Suds will chip that one ahead. That one's going to be onside. Plays it ahead. Finds Liver in front of backhand. He scores. And Evan Liver had a big end to last season. Had an assist last night, but that's his first of the season. So some key Max getting going here early on. And Liver just got sprung on that pass. Making no mistake on the backhand. And 2:20 in. Max in the driver's seat with a 2-goal lead. Collected. Here's Shearer. Plays that one ahead. Bottomley will give that one chase. Those two connected for 5 points in total. A couple of goals for Bottomley. Works it up top. Bottomley shoots, and Hardy makes the save. Rebound in front, and Hardy will cover up the loose puck. as he makes the stop. Works it out there, out in front. They score. Ian Lovett. Just a little tap in there for him. Makes no mistake. Scored his first goal last night, and he's got 2. Just left all alone in front. And the Macs had plenty of opportunities in that area right in front. That one's played back. Treewin for Suds. Here's Gavin Suds. Gives it back for Treewin. Works that one ahead up over the line. Cuts to the outside. Centering pass in front. No one there for it. Here's Suds. Plays it across. Uzochukwu. Fires that one around here for Fleming. Fleming out in front. Treewin tries to jam that one in on the short side. Luke Andrea trying to work that one ahead. Taken away here by the Macs. Fleming back up to the point. Tries to play it right back. Fleming trying to kick that one ahead. Out in front. Taken away. Battle here in the corner. It's going to be collected. Berman tries to fire that one around the boards. Uzochukwu collects it. Tries to throw that one through. Hits the body of Fleming. Doesn't get through to the goal. Andrea gets that one up to the line, and that one comes out. So Suds will come back to collect. Stolen away. Here's Owen Gracie. Had his first goal as a member of the Rush last night. Cuts to the outside. Takes it down. Suds will poke that one free. Back up to the point. Shot right on, and that one will hop just wide. Campbell still yet to face a shot on goal here as McQueen will flip that one on, and he'll steer that one aside, and that one might end up counting as the first one in the shot column of the day here for the Rush. That one hits a skate there, and maybe avoiding a too many men call as Lovett. We'll play that one ahead. Here's Ian Lovett. Works it in, tries to drop it back for Guinness, but that one will get broken up by a defender. Odell cuts to the outside. Carter Odell shoots, and that one's going to be steered aside by Hardy. Battle for it here in the corner. Lovett backhands it off the glass, trying to center that one. It was Cooper Strong. Pokes that one off the boards. That one comes right back. Recollected here by the Rush. Doesn't get out of the zone on the second chance it does. Here's Dunn. Jacob Dunn passes that one ahead, finds the tape of his teammate, but it comes right to Guinness. Here comes Jax Guinness up the wing. Guinness cuts through and can't get the shot off there. Stifled at the last moment. Trying to poke it free. Guinness plays it off here for Strong. Cooper Strong for Lovett. Drops it back there. A backhand. That one's going to be stopped by Hardy. Another great save there as Hardy gets the pad down. Collected here by Jacob Dunn. Playing that one across for McQueen. Ryan McQueen works it up to center. Bootlier meets him with some resistance, and that one lands right on the pad of Cale Campbell, and he'll cover it up there and avert the crisis. And he'll take the defensive zone faceoff. That one's one back, all the way back. Here's Welsh. Welsh works it in, shoots, and that one steered aside by Hardy. Taking a fall there was Ethan Miller. Gives it off, working it through the middle, trying to cut on through there and can't slice and dice it. Thought they held the line there. That one's going to be called offside. They just couldn't hold it. Face-off will come just outside the line. Let's work back. McPhee swinging that one around. Works it back in behind the net. Up for Lovett. Lovett works it up for Shearer, who can't find a lane himself. That one comes all the way back. And, of course, one of the keys today, special teams. It's a bit of a sore spot for the Rush last night. 0 for 3 on the power play, and the Max on the tail end of a Rush power play. It was 4 on 4. It went to 5 on 4, and they scored almost immediately. So the Max 1 for 1 on their opportunities as Creelman tries to center that one and hits a skate and saves it just long enough for Hardy to get the glove down on it and make the coverage. Faceoff comes out to the left. Battle down below the goal. Uzochukwu tries to center that one. That one's fired off the boards and all the way down. Not enough for icing though. Guinness being dogged here by Gracie. Guinness takes it back in behind his net. He'll look to move it up. Plays it across for Boutlier. Tries to pass it ahead for Fleming, but it's stolen away here by Berman. Little backhand chip play. Andrea trying to center that one for Gracie. Mitchell Gold takes it there. Penalty on the way here to the Max. Walks in, shoots, and that one just misses. Gracie wiring that one just wide out to the right of Campbell. And we'll get the whistle here. So that's going to be 2 minutes for boarding. Is the call, and that one's going to be charged to Sam Fleming. So 0 for 3 on the power play last night, and the Rush with an opportunity to cut that lead right back down. With a face-off here out to the left of Campbell. They win it back here, but a battle ensues along the wall. Collected by Strong, works it up over the line. Odell tries to chip it back to him. He was turned the other way. Odell playing that one ahead. Mitchell Gold being chased out from behind by Odell. That one's passed up to the blue line, and that one gets sent wide. Not sure if Campbell got a piece of it with his paddle. Berman firing that one off the boards. Picked up, and Suds will fire that one off the glass, down the ice, and all the way down here. And fresh off the bench waiting up at the line there was Strong. Opportunity, but Hardy cuts that one off. Drops it back. Gracie just out of his reach, and that one's going to come all the way down. Gould battling along the boards. Great job by the penalty killers to pin them in. Still 45 seconds left on the kill here. Gracie met with some resistance at the line as Creelman will ring that one around the boards, and Liver gets a stick on that one to slow it down, so it won't ring all the way back, and the Rush will have to go back and collect. Works it in. Morrison. Pass ahead. Here's Dunn. Little backhand across. Finds McQueen. Centering pass out in front there, but he gets intercepted by Creelman, and he'll work that one ahead. Here comes Bottomley. 15 seconds to go on the power play. This should do it, but a pass up here for Miller. Maybe one last gasp. Here's Austin Miller. Backhands it off the boards. Sends that one in deep. 5 seconds left on the power play, and they can't get that sustained pressure. And the Max will move that one ahead. Bottomley chips it ahead. Fleming out of the box. Bottomley busts out wide. Bottomley shoots off the goalpost. Fresh off the penalty kill. And Bottomley gets an early 5-on-5 chance. Back up to the line. Held in by Boutlier as he's able to get a stick on that one. Out in front, Bottomley trying to rip that one as that one gets flipped up and out into the stands. And midway through period number 1, 3-0 Max. We'll be right back. So midway through the first, 3-0's the Max. 3 goals in a little over 4 minutes to start this one out. They find themselves in the driver's seat here. Rush trying to claw their way back into it. A missed power play opportunity. So that one's passed ahead. Here's Lovett. Works it back. Played ahead. Here's Trewin. Logan Trewin takes it in behind the net. Pass ahead. Here's Shearer. Passes up for Lovett. Ian Lovett cuts to the outside. Centering pass out in front. Rebound in front. And Hardy will steer that one aside. Will Shearer takes it down in the corner. Sends it down for Liver just out of his reach, but Lovett collects in behind. Lovett looking to center. Takes it up top, plays it across for Trewin. And Trewin just out of his reach, not able to hold his own. Pass ahead for Lovett. Lovett takes it in over the line, cuts to the outside, being dogged here by McQueen. Lovett up here for Bootlier. Gives it right back, a shot there from Lovett. Doesn't find its way through. A little quick snapshot there from the top of the circle. Couldn't find its way through. Morrison gives that one off for Dylan Gideon. Passes up here for Austin Miller. Suds is back, but Miller trying to cut to his outside, trying to put that one through his legs and just not able. Works that one in over the line, drops it back. Liver shoots. I think Hardy got a piece of that one with his blocker. And Gould will steer that one into the middle. Here's Suds. Plays it across. Angus Huey McLean taken down, no call. Gould, one-on-one here against Suds. Gould cuts to the outside, and that one will be a penalty as Suds got his stick up in there in his equipment. Takes him down, and it'll be another power play here for the Rush. 0 for 3 last night, and 0 for 1 here today so far, but another opportunity. Face-off out to the left of Campbell. Fleming, a little backhand there. Taken away, picked up now. Just out of the reach of Uzochukwu. Played ahead. Here's Fleming. He springs him. Fleming in, scores! Short-handed. Sam Fleming and Uzochukwu connect once again. And it's 4-0 Max. And that's what makes the Max so dangerous on the penalty kill. They're not afraid to rush it, and they're certainly not afraid to hit you with that backdoor pass. And they connect on one there. Sam Fleming. As that one's picked up. Here's Gracie, works it in, cuts out wide. Owen Gracie is in front, and just missed the tape there of Jacob Dunn for an easy tap in. Works that one ahead. Here's Dunn, cuts to the outside. Takes a fall there. Comes right back, and looks like that one hit a member of the bench, as well as a handout. So that'll be called a hand pass. 1:17 to go here on the Rush power play. That one's going to be collected. Little backhand across. Here's Angus Huey McLean. Plays it across here, throws that one up, and Creelman playing that one ahead here. In behind the net. Hardy drops that one off for his defender McLean. Fires that one, can't find the tape, and that one comes off the boards right to Creelman. Back for Trewen. Sending that one up the distance, stopped in the skates here of Angus Huey McLean. Passes that one up, and that one goes down the distance. Hardy comes out to play. Thrown up ice, and that one hits a stick, and it gets waved off. Swings that one back here. Deacon McPhee firing that one out of play. And the faceoff will come just outside the zone. Faceoff won back by the Rush. McQueen comes back to play it. Passed ahead. Dunn works it up over the blue line. Trying to walk on through and no one there for it. Guinish fires that one off the boards. That one gets stopped up by the linesman. Liver wins the battle. So the Rush 0 for 2 on the power play. Looking for an offensive spark here. Spinning shooting, and that one's going to be blocked. Bootleer off the boards. Trying to find River Welsh. Back up for Guinish. Guinish winds up. Shot through traffic off the crossbar and out of play. A seeing eye shot from Jax Guinish. Finds its way through but can't solve the iron. The defensive rookie of the year last year. Jax Guinish made waves and was a absolute integral part of this Max squad that went back-to-back last year. Looking to make it 3 in a row this year. That quest started last night with an 11-1 victory in the season opener as that one's fired off the boards. Gracie. That one's played back, played ahead. Here's Sullivan. Trying to work it through. Liver spinning. Finds the tape of Sullivan there. Sullivan throws that one down low, and Bootleer looked for Welsh on the back door, and Bootleer almost got that one right back. But the paddle of Hardy getting in the lane and preventing that one. Battle ensues. Gould takes down Sullivan. Slow to get up, but he finds his footing. Here's Welsh, plays it across. Creelman shoots, and that one's going to be stopped, and Hardy will cover that one up. Here with 4:10 remaining in period number 1 from the Halifax Forum. Of course, lots of action going on around the league today. Weeks Majors beat the Cole Harbour Hunters. Currently Mustangs and Steel Subaru dueling over at the Zatzman Sportsplex across the way. That one's going to be chipped up, trying to knock it down. Picked up now. Gracie plays it across. Picked up, works it over. Trying to send that one down out in front, and that one hit a body as he tried to get it past Jacob Hebb and almost created a scoring opportunity. Back the other way. Max coming in numbers. Drops it back for Shearer. And that's a stop by Hardy. A quick one-timer. And Brighton Hardy stands tall. As Shearer looking for goal number 2 on the day. Playing that one into the middle. Collected by Gideon. We'll send that one down the distance. Creelman, first one to it. Gideon pinching in, trying to win the battle there, but it comes free right out to Haverstock. Here's Nash Haverstock, works it in over the line, plays it across, walks in, takes a shot there, and Fleming fires that one right into the chest of Brighton Hardy. A heavy shot from Fleming. Can't quite solve him. Trying to chip that one free. Gracie turns it over here. Fleming works it in over the line. Taken away now, Luke Andrea. Works that one back out to the neutral ice, and that one's going to be sent right back down. All the way back, Berman. First one to it, Uzochukwu trying to dog him there. Uzochukwu presses him out. Sends that one up, and Andrea drops it off the boards here for Gracie. Gracie passes ahead here for Mitchell Gould. Gould, he's free up the wing here, gets cut off and doesn't have the reinforcements to make the play. Berman forced to back check here. Shearer cutting to the goal and asking for the pass there. That one's taken away now. Gracie picks the pocket here of Suds. Owen Gracie works it down low. Battling here with Trewin. Battle ensues here, but the Macs come away with it. Here's Suds. Deacon McPhee trying to poke that one off his stick as Trewin drops it back for Suds. Here's Odell. Back for Shearer. Will Shearer, cross ice. Trewin shoots up high on Hardy, but he makes the stop with just 1:38 to go in the first. Face off here out to the left. Skating ahead, here's McQueen. 90 seconds to go. McQueen centers out in front. On the doorstep, they score. And the rusher on the board. On a little cross-ice pass there. McQueen got it started, and Ethan Miller finishes his first of the season. And they've cut that lead back down to 3, a little cross-ice pass, and Campbell just couldn't get across. Works that one back there, and that one's going to be blown down for an offside. So a little bit of life here for Sydney. As it's now a 4-1 game, looking for a little bit more here by the end of the period. Maybe as they try to get back into this one, but they'll have a do-over. Liver and Dunn in the dot. Here's Breen. Works that down the last minute here in period number 1. Works that one to the middle. Taken away. Trying to play that one ahead. Miller works that one up and met with some resistance. There was Jacob Hebb. And puck redirected into the bench. Looks like everyone's all right. Heads up. Love it, wins it back, and that one's going to be flipped all the way down the ice here. Bottomley gets a stick on that, and that one hops right over. Works it through, and Bottomley can't control. Rush will just try to get this one out of the zone now. Max have possession here, less than 30 to go in the period. Guinish looking for a response to that Rush goal. Guinish takes a shot right on. Gracie skating with speed. It's a 2-on-1 here for the Rush. Back the other way, and Gracie loses the handle on that one as Creelman got a stick on that. That one's back the other way. Here's Guinish with speed through the middle. Less than 10 to go now. Guinish walks in, shoots, and that one's a blocker stop. That one's going to be chipped off the glass all the way down the ice, and it might be icing charge, but time will expire before they're able to call that one. 4 straight off the hop here for the Max, but the Rush find a way to put one behind Cale Campbell in his Max debut here. 4-1 to score for the Max as we head into the first intermission. You're listening to High Button Sports here from the Halifax Forum Sunday afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 2 ready to get underway here. The Max jumped out to an early 4-0 lead, but the Sydney Rush with some signs of life at the end of the first period, scoring a goal of their own. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to High Button Sports here, Halifax Forum, on a sunny Sunday afternoon right here in the heart of Halifax. The Max took game number 1 yesterday of the season opener right here from the Forum with an 11-1 victory. 13 different scorers getting on the sheet, and meanwhile, the Rush looking to get their footing under them. A whole new group, brand new coaching staff. Of course, a whole new system to learn for them, so maybe a bit of growing pains with the new system, but overall, the Rush seem to have found their footing in the back half of that period, getting a few quality chances in on Cale Campbell, and finally, Ryan McQueen got the ball rolling with a pass cross ice that found Austin Miller. And they cut that lead right back down to 3. We're ready to get rolling here for period number 2. Right here from the Halifax Forum. The Valley Wildcats improved to 2-0 with a win here today and currently ongoing. South Shore Mustangs taking on the Dartmouth Steel Subaru. Across the way at Zasman Sportsplex. You can catch that one right here at highbuttonsports.ca. Lots of action to go around here. We've got it all for you, top to bottom, start to finish. But right here, right now, we are ready to get back underway. And we are off and running here. Period number 2. Max versus Rush. These two teams met in the first round of last year's postseason. Max took that series 3-0. A lot closer than it looked, though. Very tightly contested games and just flurries of explosiveness from the Max, who went on to win the grand prize there, as that's a 2-on-1. Back the other way, walks in, shoots, scores! They cut that lead back down to 2. Goes up over the shoulder of Campbell. We've got a hockey game here. Mitchell Gould joins the party. It's a 4-2 game, so the Rush seem to have cracked the code a little bit. Referee giving Andrea and Welsh a nod there to move back. They pinch in once again, though, and we are underway, so the lead's back down to 2. Max jumped out to an early lead. It hasn't been within 2 since the first moments of the game. Liver rings that one around the boards. Center's out in front, of backhand there for Dunn. Tried to pick up some of the scraps there. Can't bury it. Picked up by Liver. Passing that one ahead, Sullivan. Plays that one across. Back for Liver. Gives it back for Boutlier. Swings that one around Hardy. Gives that back for McQueen. Miller dropping that one off, and that one's going to miss the mark, and Boutlier will go back to retrieve it. Icing waved off. Dunn looking to apply some pressure on Boutlier, who takes a stick in the skates, takes a tumble. Back the other way now, Sullivan. Sullivan backhands it up top there. Hardy makes the save. Sullivan circling back. Here's Liver. Liver shoots that one, and that one's off the outside of the net. Swings that one around. Back up top, Guinness with a shot, sends that one wide. Max looking for the response here, trying to restore that 3-goal lead. As Liver will collect here behind the net. Backhands that one up. Swings it around. Picked up here by the Rush. Guinness will give that one chase. Here's Bottomley, tries to get a backhand in there. Not able to find it through. Will Shearer walks in. Trying to center that one. Hardy didn't know where that one was. A dangerous play there. And that one comes out to Treewin, but they survived that one. starting to get a few bounces their way. Here's Trewin. Trewin in the middle here for Shearer, and he couldn't pull the trigger there. Shearer drops it back for Bottomley. Back up to the blue line here. Here's Lovett. Plays it across. Works it in, cuts wide. Trying to wrap that one around there, trying to tuck it in on the near side there, but Hardy gets the pad down and shuts down the post. Swings that one up. Racing to hold that one in, Liam McLeod. Gets that one down low. McLeod walks in, takes a shot, hits a body on the way through, spins and shoots there, hits a skate, rebound in front. Can't collect. Gould sends that one down low. Taken down, no call. Bottomley fires it off the boards. Gets it right back. Here's Mitchell Gould. Works that one in over the line. Gracie. Back up to Berman. Berman floats one in, and that one hits a shin guard on the way through. Tries to find Bottomley and almost hits him on the stretch, but that one goes over his stick. So the Max will use this chance to get into line change. Bottomley battling here. That one comes into the middle, but the Rush will be the first one to it, and they'll backhand that one up out of play into the Max bench. So that will come all the way back into the Rush zone here out to the right of Hardy. Takes a shot there, and that one's out to the near side. Fires that one off the glass up to Creelman, and that one doesn't quite get over the line. That's back the other way. Here's McQueen. McQueen takes it in, but Suds battling with him. McQueen comes away with it. On his offhand there, so couldn't pull off for a quick shot, and that one comes up out of the line. He'll have to tag up, but it doesn't matter as Creelman takes it, drops it off. Out in front, Creelman redirects that one just wide. Creelman, a member of one of the All-Star teams last season. Captaincy for the Max this year. Creelman misses that one. That one goes right through his skates. That one's going to be picked up. Croft gives that one here for Miller. Takes it back. Heb loses the battle. Works it on through his Liver. Liver cuts to the outside. Shoots up high, and that one misses high. And Boutlier tries to swing that one around. Blake Boutlier loses the battle there, but he's got Liver there to back him up. Andrea cuts wide. Trying to get a shot off there. Strong takes it back the other way, up over the line. Strong drops it back here for Fleming. Fleming, cross-ice pass, walks in, shoots, and that one just misses. Hardy, a great job to get across the ice. Strong lateral movement just to close out the net. Here's Dunn. Tries to hit him on a stretch pass there, and that one comes back and covering that one up. As Joseph Breen had that one just out of his reach. So smart play by Campbell just to cover that one up, get that one out of the way. With 14:14 to go here in period number 2. Plays it across. Here's McLean firing that one in, and Campbell steers it aside as the Rush have to tag up. Fleming hit there. Not shaken up one bit as he takes it up over the line. Uzochukwu breaks free. Penalty on the way here to the Rush. Here's Trewin. Plays it across. Back for Trewin. Looking for a shot through traffic. Uzochukwu takes a shot there. That one's stopped by Hardy, and they will touch up. And they will get the penalty here. That's going to be a head contact. We'll see if that's going to be 2 or 4. So face-off here out to the left. And to take that one's live, or he loses that face-off. So the first full power play here for the Max. They had one last night just on the tail end of a 4-on-4 situation. They capitalized on that one. So 1 for 1 last night on the man advantage. But their first full look here of the season. Back up, here's Trewin. Played across for Guinness. Guinness, cross-ice pass for Welsh, couldn't handle that one. Welsh recovers. Back up for Trewin. Works that one back down low for Sullivan. Back for Welsh now. Along the half wall, Welsh. Up top for Trewin. Trewin takes a shot there. That one hits his own man Guinness on the way through. Firing that one off the boards, and that one comes down the distance. Trewin back to collect as Campbell sets it up for him, but Mitchell Gould all over him, and Campbell had to act quick. Guinness being attacked here on the forecheck. Man on the rush taken down there is Lovett. Haven't seen a whole lot of him here to start the second, but he's out here for a power play look. 40 seconds to go with the advantage. Drops it for Shearer. Shoots, scores! Will Shearer on the power play. His second of the game. And the Max restore that 3-goal lead. A near turnover at one end and a snipe at the other. Will Shearer leans into it. He's got 2 on the day. That one's one back here. Rush looking for a response now. Here's Shearer. Shearer takes a shot, rebound in front, and no one there for it. One's flipped up. He had a 4-goal game on opening weekend last year. He's got 2 here, so another quick start for Shearer as that one's going to be shot on and steered aside by Hardy. And face-off here out to his left. McLean plays that one around. Here's Deacon McPhee, fires that one off the boards. Almost took that one the other way and knocked down here by the Max. In the middle, Strong trying to spin and shoot there. It's back the other way. Mitchell Gould plays that one ahead. Mitchell Gould spinning, shooting up high on Campbell, and down in the butterfly makes the stop. Flipping that one up and all the way down the distance here. Here's McLean, passes up here for Gideon. Gideon dropping that one off, finds a man, Gracie taking advantage here and almost had a break on the blown tire from Joseph Breen. Spinning, shooting, and that one goes just over the net. Trying to cut that lead back down to 2. Picked up here by the Rush, works it in the middle, and Gould couldn't get onto his forehand to rip the shot there. And Odell will come away with it, passes it up for Cooper Strong. Had that connection last year for the Gulls of the U15 League. On a line here for the Max in the U18 Major League now. Works it in, takes a shot there, and reeling that one in is Brighton Hardy. And the faceoff will come out to his right. 10:17 remaining here in period number 2. Back up top. Guinness from the point. Hits a body in front, out loose there. Gonna swing that one free. Here's Trewin. Trewin takes a shot, and that one misses up over the net as it floats right over, hitting the glass. Here's Guinness. Fires that one off the board, swings it around. And collect that one. So past the midway mark of the period here, it's 5-2 Max. But the Rush showing some signs of life, getting stronger on the forecheck as the game goes on. As Fleming skating away with it. An opportunity here. Fleming in, shoots, misses high. James Morrison in behind the net, loses the handle on it, and Uzochukwu will battle here. Comes free, glove down. And here's Guinness. Plays that one back. Here's Trewin. Trewin. Stretch pass here for Sullivan. Doesn't have the lane to bust through. And a penalty on the way now to the Rush as Sullivan was taken down. So the Max already 1 for 1 today. We'll get another look here. Here's Guinness in behind the net. They're going to get racked up. Net is empty, 6-on-5. Liver pokes that one ahead. Evan Liver gets in on that one. He's got the puck here on the forecheck. He's boxed out, and that'll give him a chance to touch up. So with 8:21 to go, Max will have another opportunity on the power play. 1 for 1. Will Shearer scored on the last one. He's got 2 on the day. Now a chance to restore that 4-goal lead they had before the Rush were able to pot a pair themselves. So face-off here to the left. Here's Creelman. Plays it back, up for Creelman. Walks in, shoots, kicked away by Hardy. Tracking that one all the way through. Not a whole lot of traffic in the lane. That one's played across. Walks in, Liver shoots, sends that one wide. Creelman. Back for Liver. Liver once again in the middle for Suds. Takes a shot there. Kicked aside by Hardy. Rebound in front. Sent wide too. Backhand up and out of the zone here as Creelman will have to double back and collect it. As Campbell thought about coming out to play it there, but Creelman calls for it, and he's going to skate that one through the neutral zone. Gets that one back, and a line change for the Maxes. Bootlier comes on, not able to get there in time to hold the zone, and Welsh works it in, but just past the play there. And 7:28 to go, a face-off just outside the zone here. Passes that one up. Here's Bootlier. Works it back. Here's Breen. Gets that one back down. Dunn sends that one all the way back around here. That one's passed ahead. Here's Shearer. Works it through. Up over the line. Will Shearer takes it down. He's got 2, looking for 3 now. Up over center now, over the blue line, cuts it out wide, walks in, pass across there for Bottomley, and he couldn't get a stick on that one, and he's taken out. Here's Odell. Works it down for Lovett. Here's Lovett. Works that back. Here's Breen. Out in front off the goalpost. Opportunity there to pull back within 2. And that one's poked free. Back the other way now. Here comes Carter Sullivan. Had 2 goals and an assist last night. Drops it back. Shoots. Hardy makes the save. And boy, has he been sharp here in the second. Morrison passes that one up for Andrea. Back for Strong. Plays it across. Works it in. Over the line. Walks in. Shoots. And that one misses high. That one's going to be stopped up now. That's going to be a boarding call. We'll see who gets the gate here. That one looks like it's going to be charged to Odell. That one comes all the way back. So 5:23 to go in the second. Rush with a chance here to net their first power play goal of the season. Now a penalty on the way. We'll see who's getting that one here. So that's a hold, and they're going to get Owen Gracie on that. So 5 seconds in, that negates the power play. So some 4-on-4 hockey coming up here. Tough break there, as that was a big opportunity to get back into the game. Working that, takes a shot, and that one's going to be steered aside. Trying to send that one down. Dunn. Trying to fire that off the boards. Trying to pick it up. Back up top now. Plays it across. Here's Trewin. Trewin along the hashes. Drops it back, and that one misses Uzochukwu on the point. That one's all the way back. That one's back. Here's Guinish. Walks in, takes a shot. That one stopped. A rebound in front. Uzochukwu cleans that up. Back for Trewin. Back for Uzochukwu. Plays it across, and that one's up to the line and out. That one stays out here. So another minute of 4-on-4. Max really controlling the pace on that. One's one back here by the Max. Works it through. Here comes Suds trying to bust on in. Haverstock gives it back for Liver. Out in front, Suds throws that one on. That one's passed ahead. Here's Liver. Works it back in. Evan Liver. Played across. Here's Suds. Gavin Suds up for Creelman. Sends that one around. Haverstock trying to box out his man McPhee. Works it down, collected. Inside 3.5 to go in the second, and that one's off the boards. One man out for the Max, and Gracie out here for the Rush. So back to 5-on-5 here. Nothing doing on the 4-on-4 bit as Creelman tries to work it through. That one's passed up to the line, and that one gets out. Back the other way now as Gracie skates right over it. Got a stick on that one. Shearer gives it back for Creelman. Passes ahead now. Here's Shearer. He springs him up the wing. Drops it back for Lovett. Shoots. Great save by Hardy. Loose in front. Gets cleaned up by the defense. And an opportunity for the Max. But the Rush will shut the door. Effort by committee. Right on the doorstep as that one's passed up. McLeod gets a stick on that one. That one's back the other way. Here's Miller. Walks in. Trying to get a shot off there, trying to center that. That one's back the other way. Here's Shearer. Works that one up the wing. Will Shearer into the middle for Welsh. Shoots, and another save by Hardy. Winds up, shoots. There's Breen. And that one misses high. Welsh into the middle. Love it. Plays it across. Joseph Breen with a shot from the point. A little floater steered aside by Hardy on that one. And with 2:11 to go, he makes the stop and covers it up. Plays that one back. That one's going to be collected here by McQueen. Taken back here by the Max. 2 minutes to go. Here in the second, here's Morrison. Treewin winds up, shoots, and that one hits a body on the way through. McQueen trying to get the inside track there. Doesn't win the puck, though. Centers out in front, and I think it was Hardy who got the paddle on that one. Treewin for Guinness. Works it down. Odell trying to spin and fire. Here's Treewin. Treewin shoots from the point, and that's stopped by Hardy once again. .90 seconds to go here in period 2. Sending that one wide. Here is Morrison. Passes that one up for Dunn. Couldn't handle that one, and head contact being called here. I think they're going to get bottomly on that one, so the Rush will go right back to the power play. Had 5 seconds on that last one before taking a holding call. So with 1:16 to go, the Rush will get a chance here to try to cut that lead down and head into the intermission, just trailing by 2. They trailed by 3 heading into the first intermission. So just looking for a little bit of intermittent progress. That one's fired way up. And out of play here. Puck landed right by here. A little scary moment for myself and the crew up here. That one's back for Berman. Plays it across. Walks in, drops it back. Gracie. Works it down. Here's Gideon. Back for Berman. Berman gives it back for Gideon. Here's Dylan Gideon. Works it down low. Ethan Miller in a battle here with Suds, and Suds will ring that one around, but Gracie settles it. Gracie drops it back into the middle here. A foot race for it, and Gideon can't get a stick on that one. Suds gets it, and we'll flip that one away. 37 seconds left. Plays it back here for Berman. Mark Berman drops that one back. Working it through. That one's picked up. McQueen trying to play that one ahead and taken away by Creelman. Plays it back. Here's Berman. 20 seconds to go now. Plays it up. McQueen chips that one ahead. Ryan McQueen battling here. They get it here down with 10 seconds to go. Back to the point. Gives it right back. Walks in. Takes a shot, and Campbell will reel that one in with 4 seconds remaining here in the second. And Suds with some choice words for Gracie, who was battling in front. And the Rush wanted something to come out of that one penalty-wise, but they're not going to get that one. A little bit of John going on from the bench here. But that one's out here, and Campbell reels that one in. And with 1 second left, Campbell will cover that one up. So when all is said and done here, the Rush will get 45 seconds on the power play to start period number 3, trailing by 3. And that is a formality there. And that will do it. So end of period number 2. The Rush pot one there, but the Max get another one. So a goal apiece in the period. 5-2 is the score for the Max. We head into period number 3. You'll listen to High Button Sports here from the Halifax Forum. We'll be right back for period 3. Welcome back, everybody. Period number 3. The Rush made it a game. They scored a pair to pull within 2. Max got one back, but now they're going to look to seal the deal here. We are off and running here for period number 3. That one swung right back around. That one's going to be collected here. One's passed up. Berman misses Gold here. Swings that one up and around, fires that one, and that one's going to go down the distance. So a penalty kill here for the Max to start out. It was Bottomley who took a head contact penalty towards the end of the period. Works it back. Here's Guinness. Guinness back for Trewin. Trewin moves it up here for Liver. Liver back for McQueen. Up for Gracie. Turns that one away. Comes back for Shearer. Shearer plays it back for Trewin. Time expires on the penalty. So back to 5-on-5. 0 for 3 on the day for the Rush. Still yet to net that first elusive power play goal of the season. Taken down there, no call. Will Shearer takes it back. Here's Odell, works it through. Here's Guinness, works on through, and no one there for it. Works that one back over center. McQueen presses his man out. Gold works it back. Here's Gracie. Drops that one off. Creelman works that one up, plays it across for Odell. Found it in his skates and plays that one, and Angus Hugh McLean will settle that. Here's Suds. Gives it back for Odell, who will flip that one down in behind the net. Hardy will play that one off. Picked up by McQueen. Looking to move that one up ice. McQueen gets stuffed up there by Odell. And McQueen will double back. Drops it back. Here's Lovett trying to bust on through. No one there for it. Wells out in front there. Tried to get a shot off. That's picked up here by Lovett. Lovett sends that one wide. Here's Welsh. Welsh walks into one. Takes a shot there. That one steered aside by Hardy. Swings that one up and around there. Suds. And that one comes free. Works that one down. Up off the boards. Austin Miller. Works that one in Creelman. Gives that one back for Suds. Gavin Suds working that one up and through. Here's Welsh. Welsh out in front. Here's Breen. Joseph Breen fires that one. That one hits a skate and a foot race for it now as Croft takes Welsh hard to the boards. They'll have to tag up here as Deacon McPhee will collect. McPhee fires that one as he gets up over center. Plays it up. Bootlier meets Croft with some sandpaper there along the Max bench. Back the other way. Works it on through. Trying to drop it back, and that one will be covered on up. With 16:24 to go. Max looking to improve to 2-0 here to start the season. They have a pair of games next weekend out in Port Hood taking on the Cape Breton West Islanders. Then they come back home the following weekend. Well, they'll play the Islanders on the Sunday, but the Saturday before they'll play the Dartmouth Steel Subaru. A team that's looking to take the next step themselves, and also another team that got a lot of key stars from the U18 league from last year in Max Bryan. Here's Shearer, flips that one up, and glove down by Berman. Down in the neutral zone, fires that one off the boards. Done. Redirects that one in. Here's Bootlier. Bootlier up for Haverstock. Gets a stick on that one. That one's going to go all the way down. Icing waved off. Berman. Battling with Haverstock, but he's elusive. Flipping that one up and all the way down. Here's Boutlier. Boutlier throws that one up ice. Finds a man there in front, and Shearer sends that one just wide. He's got 2, looking for 3. Can't quite find the back of the net there. Tree went up for Bottomley. Couldn't quite handle that one, and that one's going to come right back. Here's Gould. Gould works it through. Top of the circle. Comes wide, takes a shot there up high on Campbell. And he'll make the stop. Cover that one up here with 15:06 remaining. It's been a challenging day for the Rush, but one where they have made strides with this new system of theirs. Brandon Sims taking the helm behind the bench. That one comes all the way back. Morrison battling with Uzo. Chukwu takes a shot there. Out in front, Bottomley scores. MJ Bottomley had 2 goals in last night's game, and he's got one here today. It's 6-2 Max. And it was Bottomley right on the doorstep, and he uses that speed to create that separation, but he just drove right to the net. Made no mistake on the rebound and beats Brighton Hardy, who has been a bright spot here today for the Rush. That one's passed up. Guinish plays it ahead here for Bottomley. MJ Bottomley works it on through. That one's going to be steered aside by Hardy. That one swung. Bottomley takes a shot there, kicked away there. And Hardy's been sharp there from the perimeter. He's been given the opportunity to track pucks, make the stop. It's been the ones in tight that have caused him trouble. Bottomley walks in, shoots, and Hardy sees that one and makes the stop. With 14:28 to go. And another offensive zone draw for the Max. Picked up by Shearer, walks in, shoots. That one comes free. Liver on the doorstep and almost finds Shearer on the back door. Shearer gets it right back. Working it down here, and Odell will double back. Gives it up for Sudds. Sudds almost gets his pocket picked there by Austin Miller. That one comes up and all the way down. Liam McLeod gives it chase. Passes that one ahead. Here's Miller. Austin Miller out in front, taken down. Arm goes up. And the Rush looked like they wanted a penalty shot there as Austin Miller broke free. I don't think they're going to get that, though. And it looks like Sudds will just take 2. As he heads off to the box, but a good job by Austin Miller just finding his way into the middle. He found that soft part of the ice where he was able to get a leg up on Sudds, and Sudds had no other option but to take that trip. Paddle along the wall now. Another chance on the power play. 0 for 3 today. McQueen gives it back for Gould. Gould drops it back, walks in, takes a shot there. Campbell kicks it aside. Works it back in behind the net. Up for Gould. Down low to the goal line. Back up McQueen. Plays it back. McQueen gets it back. McQueen shot from the point. Blocker stop by Campbell. They hold the zone. Here's Berman. Back for McQueen. McQueen for Berman. Finds Gould through traffic, shoots, and that one ends up in the netting out of play as Gould tries to rip a shot off there. So with 12:55 remaining and a minute 12 on that power play. Faceoff comes out to the left. Gracie gives it back for Gould. Gould works it back to the circle. Here's Berman. Works it down low and couldn't handle that one. Had a chance for a little tic-tac-toe there on the doorstep. Not quite able to draw it up that way as McQueen gives it back for Gould. Mitchell Gould loses that one, and McQueen will play that one back. Berman back for McQueen now. Works it back. Mitchell Gould works it through. Gould cuts to the outside. He's got done with him. Gould gives it for McQueen to place it across and almost gets a redirection in front there. Just couldn't get enough. That one's picked up. Here's McQueen. Plays it across. Works it back for Gracie. Back up. Here's Berman. Berman, cross ice. Here's Gould. Shoots. That one's blocked, and that one comes free. And the Rush will get the clearance there. That one goes down the distance here, and Hardy will play that one off for McQueen as time expires on the penalty there to Suds. That one's sent up. Here's Breen. Passes that one ahead now. Here's Liver. Liver's got it. Works it down out in front. Hardy looking for it there. Doesn't have it in the vicinity to cover up. Breen plays it back for Creelman. Riley Creelman shoots, and that one gets steered away. Breen takes a shot there, and that one hits a leg. Ends up in the netting out of play. And the faceoff will stay in the zone. Slapped away here. Picked up by Creelman. Flipping that one on down low. Here's Breen. Down to the goal line for Strong. Cooper Strong plays that across here for Will Shearer. Gets it back for Creelman. Back for Breen. Breen works it down low. Gives it back for Strong. Chips that one off the boards, up and down the ice. That one's taken away out of the zone. And just before the midway mark of the period, offside is the call here. The Rush just not able to hold the line. That one's worked right back. Here's McQueen. Back for Suds. Works it back. That's going to be picked up. Here's Strong. All the way down the ice. No one there for it. Past the midway mark of the period. Battle ensues in behind the net. Out in front and tried to find Uzachukwu. Works it down. Suds. Swings it around here for Bottomley. Drops it off. Here's Fleming with speed up the wing. Sam Fleming trying to work it on through. Little backhand across there. Picked up Gracie off the boards. Passes it up for Gideon. Back for Suds, who fires that one off the glass. That hits a stick there and goes all the way down. Bottomley won't give it chase, though. It's McQueen. Gives it back for Gracie. Owen Gracie trying to bust on through. No one there for it, and Campbell will cover it up. And midway mark of the third period here. We'll head off for a break. Still 6-2 Max. We'll be right back. Face-off here out to the right of Cale Campbell, who's been solid today. But the Rush have managed to put a few behind him. Now play blown down. Not sure if that one left play or... what happened there. But play will resume out to the right here of Campbell. Here's Gold. Plays that one across. Held in here by Berman. Berman takes a shot there up high on Campbell. That one's collected. Here's Lovett. Ian Lovett works it on through, takes it up the wing. Lovett with speed, he's in. Tries to find it on Hardy there, and that puck is loose. And it's blown down. A loose puck in the area. And 8:20 to go. Face-off will be out to the left here of Hardy. That one's passed up. Guinish slaps it across, and that one ends up out of play. So face-off just outside the Rush end. Here's Guinish. Back for Treewin. Passes that one ahead. Here's Liver. Liver's in, shoots, and that one's blocked. Back for Odell, who gets it back to the point. Plays it across. Liver works it on through. On the doorstep. Liver drags and gets a shot off there, but Hardy makes the stop. Back up top. Here's Guinish. Jax Guinish shot from the point. There scores! Might have been tipped in front, but I think this one's going to go to Jax Guinish. And that will mark his first of the season. And the Max leads 7-2. Just a shot. I think that might have hit a defender in front. A little bit of a seeing eye shot. Finds its way in. Miller sending that one in. Gets it right back. Back up top. Takes a shot there. Hits a skate on the way through. Off the boards. Tried to get a backhand off there. Berman up for Creelman. Works it back. Creelman tries to drop it for Strong. Passes that one up. Here's Berman. Tries to drop it back. Breen moves it, skating with it now. Here's Shearer trying to cut through. Shearer's got two. Man, he's really pressing for that third goal of the day. But he gets stymied as he loses the puck. And a face-off here to the right of Hardy. Boutlier works that back. That one's passed ahead. Chikeuzo Chukwu passes it off for Fleming. It's played right into the middle here, picked up here by the Rush. Ethan Miller. Got the scoring going for the Rush. He's looking for more. Miller tries to swing that one around. Uzo Chukwu. That one gets turned away. Uzo Chukwu. Back for Suds. Works that one back. Brighton Hardy drops it off. Swings that one back around. Little backhand up. Not out. On the second chance it does there. Treewin plays it across for Guinish, and that one. Guinish being challenged there, but he's going to throw that one up ice. They're going to transition. Out in front, trying to center that one. No one there for it. That one's back here. Tries to jam that one in on the near side. Less than 5 to go. Here's Welsh, walks in, shoots, and Hardy makes the stop there. Just doing a superb job of covering that upper part of the net. A larger framed upper body goalie on that one, and the early impression of Hardy this season, he's been fantastic here today. Despite that 7 on the board, he's made some critical saves, and he's given the Rush every chance here. And Owen Gracie gets an opportunity. He's in alone. He shoots, and that one just misses. Campbell might have got a piece of that one. Here's Guinish. In a battle here with Gideon. Welsh joins the fray as well as Sullivan. Here's Guinish. Pressed out here by Gould. Off the boards, McQueen trying to pinch in there. Sullivan loses the battle. That one gets shot right back in. Guinish settling that one down. Gould drops it back for Gracie. Gracie cuts to the outside. Gracie's in and just misses. Had his first as a member of the Rush last night, looking for more. That one's off the boards. Here he comes again. Gracie looking for more, and he gets taken down there. Looking for the call, not going to get it. As Lovett will fire that one off the boards. Here's Gideon, holds the line. A little more relentless here in the last few minutes. That one's passed up. Here's Berman. Passing that one ahead. Back the other way, Creelman drops it off. Here comes Liver. Evan Livers tries to center that one out in front. Whacking away there was Will Shearer. He centers that one out in front for Liver. There's no one there for it. Liver throws that one right into the middle, and that one's going to be steered away to safety temporarily, but they Regain here, Odell. Back in front for Shearer, trying to bury that one, and Will Shearer can't get it. That one's back up top for Creelman. Creelman shot from the point, and that one's going to be steered aside by Hardy as he reels that one in and makes the stop here with 2:43 remaining. Final game on the slate here today. Face off here out to the left of Hardy. Works that one back. Here's Creelman. And that one's all the way here. That one's flipped up. Walks in, pass across, Liver, backhand off the goalpost. And Liver almost joined the party. .217 to go. Beats Hardy, but not the post there. The Rush open up a 2-game set next Saturday. 5 o'clock start time against the Valley Wildcats. Then an 11 a.m. start. Meanwhile, the Max will head out to Cape Breton, out to Port Hood to take on the Islanders. A 6 p.m. start time Saturday and then 1 p.m. on Sunday. No local contests in Halifax next weekend. But the following weekend, a classic Halifax-Dartmouth matchup as Bootlier fires that one wide. There's Haverstock up for Suds. Gavin Suds back for Haverstock. Works it down low, strong. Loses the battle there. That one comes free, played across. Here's Lovett, 90 seconds to go. That one's back up there, and Suds will double back. Austin Miller gets that one right back down there. Stretch pass up ice. Crisp pass up here for Cooper Strong. Gives it back for Haverstock. Nash Haverstock, nifty move. He's in and stopped by Hardy. With exactly a minute to go here in the third period. It's been an emphatic opening weekend for the Max. 18 goals in those 2 games. The Rush found their footing in this one. Just not able to solve Cale Campbell on a few key occasions. But a team with lots of runway ahead of them. And the Max pick up where they left off as Fleming has it in behind the net. Almost caught Hardy flat-footed out in front. Tries to get a backhand off there. Bottomley a little backhand there. That one steered away. Bottomley presses him out. Here's Guinness, walks in, shoots, and little backhand is free, and that one will be steered away. Guinness comes right back out, shoots, he scores. Bottomley doubles down here with 19 seconds to go. Back-to-back 2-goal games. And the Max put up 8. So 19 seconds remaining. As Bottomley will fire that one off a stanchion there. That one comes free. Less than 10 seconds to go. Works it down. Miller battling here. Comes up. Spinning. Croft. And time will expire, so end of period 3. Max take this one 8-2. An emphatic start to this season. The Nova Scotia High Button U18 Major Hockey League underway this weekend. Max start off 2-0 in the Rush. 0-2, but but they'll look to rebound next weekend against the Valley Wildcats. And meanwhile, the Macs head out to Cape Breton, as we mentioned, to take on the Cape Breton West Islanders in a 2-game set for both these teams. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You're listening to High Button Sports here from the Halifax Forum. I'm Sean Crocker here today. A beautiful day in Halifax. Macs take it 8-2. Stick with us. We got action for you all the way from start to finish.